Welcome to Tartu. Okay, I better get my arse in gear and get ready to go over to the bus station. And start the day properly. What does this say? Ooh. Original Belgic taste. Oh, I can't focus, need my glasses. If only I had glasses. Original Belgic taste. Belgian flag. Can't remember eating a Belgian in the past. I wonder what they would taste like. Cherries? And croissants? Really? Breakfast done. Teeth combed. Hair brushed. And I'm still sleepy. No, it's Tartu Day. Tartu Day. Tuesday. Or Tuesday. However you pronounce it. Strange language, English. And it's time for tripping around Tartu. Let's go. Okie dokie. Time for another video. Time for another day trip. I'm thinking what could possibly go wrong. Well, I shouldn't dwell on that too much, should I? As you probably know yourselves from travelling. Just about anything and everything can go wrong when you really don't expect it to. My trip to Tartu, take two, I suppose I should call it. I've decided that after my failed trip to Tartu, due to illness, I'm going to approach it from a slightly different angle. I did buy the bus tickets, you may recall, and I was raring to go. And I even had found this little booklet, which seemed very useful. A little bit out of date, but it was hanging around in the hostel common room. Surprise, surprise. I won't go over the benefits of snooping around the hostel common room to see what's lying around among the books on the shelves. But on this occasion, I found an out-of-date, slightly out-of-date guide to Tartu. Wow, tell me that isn't a sign. So I had my bus tickets, the booklet covering what everything a tourist would want to know about Tartu could possibly want to know. Wow, this was going to be easy. Think again. So let's approach the day trip to Tartu from a slightly different angle. And a little less than a week after the aborted attempt, I decided, you know what? I'm going to take the train. The train tickets were slightly cheaper than the bus tickets. I have been warned that on that particular route, Tallinn to Tartu, the trains can get extremely busy and you might be standing up all the way. Frankly, I'd rather stand for 2 hours on an express train than sit for 2.5 hours on an uncomfortable bus journey. I hesitate to go further into this because I don't want to be overcritical of the buses in the Baltics, because in general they are comfortable. I just happened to have a bad experience the other day where my seat was broken and the seat next to it, which I tried to move to, then put me in line of fire of a sick person who was coughing violently and openly, and they were just over my left shoulder, literally across the aisle, but basically next to me, but slightly behind, so I was getting it in my ear. And I didn't want to experience that. So I slipped to the back of the bus, sat there, no problem. I later found out it was actually business class. So the back half of that bus was a little more exclusive and the tickets cost a little more, and I shouldn't have been there. Anyway, got away with it, luckily. I saved money on a business class trip. Yeah, I can't really frame it in that light, or perhaps I can. Anyway, I was very fortunate on that trip. But it just goes to show that there can be these problems with having an allocated seat. And if yours just does happen to be broken and it hasn't been picked up in advance of the journey, there's nothing too much you can do about it. Unlike a train. With a train, you can move around a bit, at least here, because there's no reservation with the train tickets, and therefore the ticket covers anywhere in second class, because of course I'm travelling economy. And therefore I decided, okay, the discounted bus tickets were going to cost me about 16 to 17 euros. That didn't work. I lost that money because I was sick and couldn't make the trip. This time round, actually, there weren't any discount bus tickets available. That was one reason I started thinking about the train as well. I looked at the train and thought, yeah, it's half an hour less travelling. I've got the ability to move around and choose where I want to sit, which is very, very nice. If I stand, I stand, and frankly, I don't mind. You know, I was on my feet walking around Helsinki for about 10 hours the other day. That wasn't an issue for me. And so if I'm going on a day trip to somewhere such as Tartu, and I will be walking around there for maybe 6-7 hours, again, an extra 2 hours on a train isn't going to kill me. Anywho, there we are. Take 2 Tartu. What can possibly go wrong? Let's see, shall we? Remember the motto? Expect the unexpected. Sometimes it's a good surprise at the end of the day. Sometimes not so good. But we live and learn. Don't we? In some cases we do. Fingers crossed for Tartu. Let's go.